Okay, folks, welcome to the Alpha Romeo 15 channel, where I show you how to build your own AR-15 and customize other weapons. Today, we're going to be talking about the Glock clone. Ever since the Glock patent ran out, several manufacturers have been making clones of the Glock. These two particular ones are a clone of the Glock 19, and which the PSA calls a compact, and the full-size Glock from PSA clone that they call the full-size, labeled as such, but is actually a clone of the Glock 17. Here's a Glock 17 magazine, which fits in there just perfect. And here's the Glock 19 mag, 15 rounds, which fits in there just perfect. One of the nice things about the Glock platform is the 17 magazine will also fit into the compact or the Glock 19. Either or, but it will not work in the 17 because it's too short. And what's really odd about the Glock is they call this the 19, holds 15 rounds. They call this the Glock 17, which holds 17 rounds, 18 with one in the chamber, but this one only holds 15. Kind of odd, bigger number, but smaller amount of bullets. But what we're going to do today is we're going to unbox a slide from PSA, because they call it the Dagger. The PSA Dagger is the official term for their Glock clone. And I have here a PSA Dagger slide, which I'm going to unbox, which has the RMR mount on it, which we will install. It's just a plate that covers it up if you're not going to put an optic on it. It has a little plate that allows you to cover that spot up. I'm going to install that too. But the cool thing about it is this one, as you can see, has a threaded barrel, because I would like to use some pressure, and it also has the elevated sights. They call them a 2XL. These are from a company called Armory, that when I bought them, I thought they were going to have the white dot on them like these here. These are the Armory tritium night sights, which I will install on this slide in another video. But for now, we're just going to show the difference, that the slide will fit on either frame, the 17 or the 19. Another cool thing about the Glock platform is the slides are interchangeable between those two platforms. You can put a 17 on a 19 and a 19 on a 17. And just to give you an example, get that out of there. Didn't need that magnet grabbing stuff. We'll just slide it on here, like so. And there you go. There it is. The Dagger Compact, also known as the Glock 19. There it is. Same thing. Same Glock action. Everything works the same way. Pull it back, slide it right off, take it on the 17 or the Glock full-size, excuse me, the Dagger full-size, slide her right on, and there you have the full-size with the same slide on it, extended barrel, ready to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to install a little plate on it. It covers this up. Pull this back. Slides right off. This is the beauty of the Glock platform. It's how easy everything works on these. It's just amazing. So what comes with this is this little packet. I'll get her open here. Slide these things apart. That's the trick to Ziplocs, by the way. Slide them and they'll pop open. This one's going to come with a lot of screws. This little plate fits right on here. It's got two little indentations right here, little register marks. Fit these two little indentations on the plate. Kind of goes back like that. Okay. What's going on here? Might have to push on that a little bit. Now the plate's not being, oh, there we go. Plate seems like it's just a little bit long on this one for some reason. Now the other one I had, when I thought I was getting the wrong thing, huh, now that's odd. The plate doesn't want to fit. That's strange. It's definitely not fitting. It's like a little tiny bit too long for some reason. Now this is embarrassing. PSA. Yeah, look at that. It will not fit. No matter what I try. It's definitely too long. It's like 10 thousandths too long. The RMR plate. Well, looks like I'm going to have to get PSA on the phone and complain to them about that plate not fitting. Because the other one that I had fit just perfect. It just snapped right in there. And there's this one you can see. It is not fitting. No kind of way. And I can't force fit it in there. It won't go. Oh, so one anomaly with things like this is I wish people would pay more attention to quality control when they're building stuff like this. Make sure the parts fit before they send them out in the field. This doesn't look good for PSA, obviously. But I will change out the sights in another video here I'm going to make right after this one. I'm going to put the Ameriglow sights on it. So for now, we're going to suspend this project, get PSA on the phone, and let them know that the RMR plate is not fitting. And maybe they can just send me another plate. because waiting for them to send you another item is interminably too long. So this is Alpha Romeo 15 out for now. Okay, folks, we're back at it. A little foobar there, but what I decided to do was to do my own measurement. Focus in here. This piece right here is your RMR plate. Excuse me, here we go. This is your RMR plate, and it was a little too long for the top of the receiver here, which is right right here. Let's see where we're going here. Let me turn this phone the right way. Anyway. Yeah, this piece right here. This section here is where you would normally mount your optic, but they have a cover plate to fill that hole in. It fits right here. And that plate was too long. And I got out my calipers and measured it, and it was 1.8855, whereas this section in here is 1.883. 30.5 thousandths difference, and it would not fit no matter what you do. That's how tight these parts are. So I got out a file and I filed it all on my vise, just that little tiny bit, filed it all, put some permanent marker on the back, and now she's ready. Let's zoom back out here. There we go. We're back. And it comes with these little tiny screws, torque screws. That's T-O-R-X. Some people call it a star bit. One of these. Comes with it. Comes with all the tools. Also comes with screws. Also comes with screws to mount your optic. Comes with extra mounting screws. So we'll just screw this down in here. With the supplied tool from Palmetto State Armory. I will be giving Palmetto State Armory a little heads up on this foobar here. Rather than giving them grief and sending it back, which takes up sometimes weeks to get things back from them, I decided, what the heck, I will just fix it myself. And be done with it. So that when I want to put an optic on here, if I were to, I'm not very good with optics unless it's my eyes won't allow me to use red dot anymore. They ghost on me. Tried it on several different brands. If anybody knows a optic that will not ghost that I can use with my poor little sad eyes in the condition they're in, let me know, because I do not want to wear glasses. I don't want to have to depend on a pair of glasses to wear an optic. That's stupid. So what I'm going to do next, in the next video, is I'm going to change these sights out. These sights, pull this up here. These sights are the Ameriglow 2XLs, which means they're twice the height of a normal sights, front and rear, and because it does have a threaded barrel on it, and I want to use a suppressor one day on this. In fact, I'm designing my own suppressor, because here in the state of Texas, if you do build your own, design your own suppressor, supposedly you don't have to register it with the criminals at alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. And I do call them criminals because that's the way they operate. They operate like a criminal entity. They're not beholden to the Second Amendment. They're beholden to whatever they believe, at least the current group of people there. I will rant occasionally about things that bother me about the Second Amendment. That's one of them, is the ATF's propensity to make up their own rules based upon some politician's instructions. And that's another reason why those kind of agencies really need to be gone, because they're beholden to politicians and political favoritism more than they are the Constitution, which they are sworn to uphold. It always amazes me how these politicians, every one of them, take the oath of office to the Constitution, but very few of them want to adhere to it. And when I took an oath of office in the military and as a civilian, that was serious business. But apparently, people in the political realm, when they take an oath of office, it doesn't mean shit. They might as well just be saying gobbledygook because they don't believe in it. They're just saying it because they have to. Anyway, this is the end of this part of the video. I have installed the RMR plate. I think I showed how these things go on the different guns. Again, this is the Palmetto State Armory Dagger Compact. Now I will be putting my special paint job on these that I do. I don't like all the lines in here. I'll fill in with a color. Haven't decided what I'm going to use just yet. These guns do have the rail on them, so you can mount lights, lasers, and all the other kinds of stuff on them, which is very cool. But the difference in the uppers is completely, let's see if I get it on there. I always have an issue with this. There we go. Oh, it's because I got it to one side. You put it on there straight, believe it or not, it goes on there real straight. But this is the compact. So now basically I have a Glock 19 clone. You can see it locks open just like a Glock, closes just like a Glock, trigger squeeze just like a Glock too. Got this much take up right there. Then you pull a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and this part is actually cocking the striker, I was told. I'm not a Glock person. I'm just now learning these things. This is cocking the striker. Then you reach that point there, it releases. So you're cocking the striker in that last little, or finishing the cocking, I should say. So, let's show again how this works. Pull this back. Slides right off. This is the PSA Armory Glock 17 clone, which they call the full-size. There it is, locked in. Same slide. Same exact slide. Except it has a 17 round magazine. I don't know if you can see that. You can't see the 17 on it, but it holds 17 rounds with one round in the chamber. Gives you 18 rounds. There it is, locked open. Standard Glock release. See that in a lot of the movies. Everybody likes to close that chamber. Same trigger pull. This much travel. Back, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Click. Fires. So that's the Glock way of doing things. I'm thinking about getting some of the spoofed up Glock triggers. There's a lot of them out there. Kenny, CNC, several people, even I think PSA carries one of their own trigger sets. I don't know who makes it for them, but they carry one of their own trigger sets. But this is the standard Glock setup. As everybody knows, here's your striker. Pull that back here. There's your striker block right here. Let's zoom in on that. And see your standard spring that's on every Glock. Your striker block. This is a block for the striker, and that will not. The gun will not fire until that button is pushed in, and then the striker will go all the way forward. You can see it right here. If I try to push it forward, it won't go. But if I push down on this, the striker goes forward and strikes the bullet. And it's half cocked at all times. And you fully cock it all the way back here. You can see me pulling it all the way back. Kind of sort of, that's cocking it. And that's what you're doing with that last pull on the trigger. Let me get something to drink here. Thirsty business here doing YouTube videos. And as anybody knows that's a Glock person, it's so easy to remove the barrel on these things and clean them. Of course, on this one you have to remove the thread protector. Now I had to remove the, you pull this up and the barrel just comes right on out like so. A little rubber grommet in there is kind of holding it in, but it does pop out. And there's your Glock barrel. Your standard Glock barrel. Now for the 17, I want to get the long slide and the longer barrel, which I think is 5 inches. It's called a Glock long slide. The issue I'm having right now is that I'm having trouble finding a long slide with a threaded barrel. I want to maintain the threaded barrel because, like I said, I am designing my own suppressor for the 9mm, which if I can find somebody who's got a decent lathe and a Bridgeport, I will go to work on it. But so far I haven't found anybody that's willing to turn me loose with their lathe and their Bridgeport. And I understand it. I wouldn't let any just old Tom, Dick, and Harry walk into my machine shop and say, hey, let me mess up your Bridgeport and your lathe. But anyway, I do know how to use them. And I would love to build this suppressor. I'm currently designing it on my computer. I have it mostly designed. I don't have all of the things fleshed out on it, but I do believe it'll work. But it'll actually be more of a muzzle brake and recoil suppressor than it will be a sound suppressor. And I'm hoping that it'll work enough the way I've designed it to where it works as all three. because it will release the gas out the front of the thing like the OSS. It'll mimic the OSS suppressor if you want to look that up. They discharge the gas out the front of it. I have the same similar design. And since I'm not going to do it for sale, but yeah, we're going to do the sights on this next. So for now, this is Alpha Romeo 15 on the differences or non-differences between the PSA compact and the PSA full-size, which is the clone of the Glock 17, and this is the clone of the Glock 19. So, I hope you've learned something. I hope I've been informative. And as I said, the next video I will be changing the sights on this slide to the Marigold Tritiums. Put that up there right. The Marigold Tritium sight, Tritium sights. Let me get the words out here. Be putting those on. So stand by for that. Till next time, Alpha Romeo 15 out. Comment, like, and subscribe. And hit that bell for notifications. Thank you for watching.